This is Christian Cisneros from the Noob News, and we're here today with Seth Caplan to talk about Throne of Secrets. Tell us a little bit about the project and what's your role in it.
Sure. Throne of Secrets is a biblical epic tale based on an Old Testament story of a king in ancient Persia, the Persian Empire. If you've seen the 300, Ahasuerus, the king in that movie, is the king in our story. And one day he's having a huge party, a blowout event, and he wants his queen to show up, and she won't. And he demands her to come out, and she still won't because she's not dressed. He says, I don't need her to be dressed, just bring her out here. She refuses, and he kills her. He ends up choosing an orphan who turns out to be secretly Jewish, and then chaos ensues.
Awesome. Where did this project come about? How did the idea come up, and how did you get Yehudi Mercado involved?
Sure. I'm Jewish, so I celebrate the story of Queen Esther. We celebrate as Purim. It's one of the funnest events of the year. It's kind of like Jewish Halloween. So we get to dress up, and you're supposed to drink so much you can't tell the difference between good and evil. So it was a really fun holiday, but even more important, I think it was a really good story. The Book of Esther's story I've read many times, and it's got interesting characters, great conflict, and a really strong message to not be afraid of who you truly are. So as a producer on the project, what I saw was the potential of a good story with an audience that already is familiar with the property. Producing projects is interesting. It's almost like dating, because I kind of met with so many people, had so many lunches and dinners, some awkward, some okay, with just different writers and filmmakers talking about this idea and how we could change it into a movie. And when Yehudi and I sat down and talked about it, it was like an instant click. He had a take on the story, which brought it to a level I'd never even imagined. And here we are today with the graphic novel, and hopefully in the future we'll be here with the feature film.
Awesome. What was it? Yehudi's artistic style and ideas that pushed you to go graphic novel first, or is it just more of like trying to find funding? This is an easier way to kind of put the idea out there.
Yeah, it's a combination. I mean, Yehudi's such a talented illustrator that it became a natural kind of step in the process of the film that we would actually do a graphic novel. But then on top of that, it's an amazing tool for getting awareness for the project. In Hollywood right now, it's hard with just scripts just to sell a project. So to have another property that can give you a better sense of what the movie's going to look like is really helpful in raising awareness and hopefully raising funds for the film.
A lot of bigger execs out there are more visually enticed, right? So seeing a graphic novel, they're like, oh, I can actually see where this is moving.
So you're saying they're illiterate.
No,
is that what you're saying?
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe who knows? Who knows?
Well, they haven't bought it yet, so I mean, they go into a graphic novel, they might.
Maybe that'll be the trick. You know, look at the nice looking pictures. I want that. Look, we're in the movies, moving picture image. So, but it's cool for me because I've produced a number of films. I've never produced a graphic novel. It was an awesome experience. It was so much fun, and I got to learn a lot, which was great. I got to learn from a master. So.
Awesome. What are some of the other things that you got working in the works right now and want to promote?
Sure. I have a fantastic project. I did a movie called Flatland a couple of years ago. Flatland's based on a book that was written in the 1800s, and it's the story of a square living in the second dimension who's plucked out, brought into our world, then sent back down, and now needs to explain a new direction up to all the other shapes in Flatland. And it stars Martin Sheen, Kristen Bell, and Michael York. It was a huge success, and we're doing a sequel right now. We were just in LA recording Kristen Bell and our newest cast member, Danica McKellar, Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years, who is now a best-selling math author, and it's called Sphereland. It's being animated right here in Austin, Texas, and it'll be out this Christmas. You can check it out at spherelandthemovie.com. SPHERELANDTHEMOVIE.
Awesome. What else? You got anything else coming up? Are you working on anything else? Things in the works?
Oh, well, actually, it's great. Later this year in theaters, there's going to be a movie called You, Me, and the Circus. It's a project I produced last year. It's crazy. It's a romantic musical set in a magical bohemian circus.
Awesome.
So it stars Marlon Wayans is in it, and he is hilarious. Awesome. So You, Me, and the Circus, I produced it with Omar Epps, a television actor who is amazing to work with, and he brought me on the project. And so we had a great time creating this magical bohemian circus in downtown LA, and I can't wait for the world to see the circus and hear the music.
Is it going to be hitting festivals, make theatrical release? Is there...
Yeah, right now we're applying to festivals, with high hopes, and so hopefully it'll be in a theater in everyone's city that watches us soon.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much. How can people get a hold of you? If people have maybe projects, do you take pitches or anything like that?
I'm desperate. I got to read everything, you know? I'm always like, send me stuff. Come on. We've collaborated, you know. This is true. We've worked together. The best way, honestly, is via Twitter or Facebook. I'm just at Seth Caplan, SethCaplan, or on Facebook, Seth Caplan. Those are the best ways to get a hold of me, and I'm very accessible. So I can't wait to hear from you all. And check out throneofsecrets.com.